All right, have and have not fans. Now, just a quick question that I actually, hang on a second. I want to give the Instagrammer credit here because they actually just sent me this message not too long ago in my DMs here. It looks like it was a uh, optimistic 315 on Instagram. Optimistic 315. Do you think it's possible that Hannah may use some of the money to get Benny treatment? That is a very good question because if you remember back to season 2 when it came to Benny after the hit and run situation and coming out of the coma or off life support and was walking around and was, in a position where he could leave the hospital, and the nurse walked up to Hannah and, remember, she had been smiling and everything ever since Benny got out of that hospital bed. But as soon as that bill came, she started freaking out. I was like, are you Mrs. Young? Yes, I am. It's like, well, here's your hospital bill for Mr. Benjamin Young. And she was just like, I can't afford this. I can put out a mortgage on my house because remember, this is season 2 after the events of season 1 where the house was about to be foreclosed on, but Candace came through in the clutch to pay Benny back the money he gave her in order to save the house from being foreclosed on. So she was in a position where she was about to put her house up for sale. Well, pretty much take the mortgage out on her house again in order to pay the hospital bills. But then the doctor came up and pretty much confirmed Catherine Cryer paid the hospital bills. Now, looking at this current situation, I think this can go one of two ways here, possibly three. Number one, Charles and his team might actually pay the medical bills because this is Candace's brother. But Hannah will probably put a stop to that because, well, she does have a good point. I mean, when you think about the situation of, you know what, you messing with these people now. What if you piss them off? I'm sorry. What if you piss them off or they get pissed at you or whatever the case may be, and they want to retract that money, and instead of doing that, they kill your brother. I'm not saying that's not a possibility. Second possibility, you could just easily use some of the money or, the $8.8 million in your bank account to pay the hospital bills. And then number three, Catherine Cryer would most likely offer to pay. No doubt. And, Jim would want to put a stop to that, but he's too preoccupied at the moment. Not to mention it's not really his place to even step into this situation. But, yeah, I think it is possible that in some way, shape, or form, Benny will be taken care of financially via either Candace through Charles or Hannah using either the money in the account or asking Catherine for help, whatever the situation may be. Like, look, Hannah, I get that you're a proud woman and all that stuff, but your son is laying on a potential deathbed, so I don't want none of that, crying and hollering and whatnot, saying that I'll take care of this myself when you can't. You don't have a house. You don't have a pot to piss in. You literally are about to leave the house that Catherine gave you. You quit your job for the third time, and you don't have any money. And I think Derek, invited her to stay with him. I mean, hell, Derek might offer to pay. You know what? I will say this much. Let's put the whole lion tattoos theory on the shelf here. Let's just put that on the shelf. Let's just talk about the Benny and Derek relationship, so to speak. Let's say if Derek pretty much paid the money, money that he got through legal gains, pretty much his work as a handyman and building houses and whatnot, he offers to pay for the bills and whatnot. I think that would be good just for the fact of Benny won't be able to say a damn thing to Derek anymore in terms of being a disrespectful punk. I mean, I hate for to say that money is the reason everything gets fixed, but that would be an interesting gesture. Not just the fact of, saving Benny to have one over on him, but it would just be a nice gesture because, look, he cares about Hannah. And despite how Benny has treated Derek, for him to be the bigger man and to actually help save his life would actually be great. And then for Benny to come out of that coma, or pretty much he gets healed and he figures out what Derek did. For Benny not to be an asshole anymore to Derek, I would really love that. So, I mean, another option, I want to throw this in the mix. What if the Malones actually pay back Benny because they made a mistake? Because remember about the whole interest thing, and then they offer to pay it back. But no more Malones, no more of that. So, out of all the options, the most obvious one is Hannah. You got millions in the bank account, use that. Or Catherine offers to help, or Candace and Charles try to pay for it. I think in terms of story, it will be pretty interesting if Derek was the one to cover the medical bills. That's just my opinion. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And who do you think is going to be the one to foot the bill? And no, I don't think it's going to be Veronica. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button as well as leaving your thoughts in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going. On the left hand side of the screen, you should see a picture of Jeffrey Harrington. You can click on him in order to subscribe, but also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Also, you should see some videos appearing on the screen as well that I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy if you enjoyed the one you just saw. But also, be sure to follow me on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all my social media will be in the description below. And in order to help this channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to need your help. So make sure to share this video as well as the channel around with all of your friends on your own social media. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.